Hello students, welcome back to our second session of accounting. And in the previous session we ended with the definition of accounting. Okay, so today we shall discuss more about the definition, and if you can see this definition, there are some important words that are highlighted in the definition. Okay, so the first one is identifying, second is measuring, third one is recording and communicating, fourth one is economic events, fifth one is organization. That is not highlighted, but still it is an important word, and last word, interested users of information. Okay, so today we'll be discussing briefly or what it actually means. Okay, so we'll go back to the definition. The definition says accounting can be defined as the process of identifying, measuring, recording and communicating the required information relating to the economic events of an organization to the interested users of information. Now let us discuss each of the important words separately. Okay, so the first important word in our definition is economic events. So what is economic event? An economic event is basically very simple. It is just happening of an event. Okay, it is any other event which can be measured in monetary terms or in terms of money. ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಈವೆಂಟ್ ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಆಗು ಹೋಗುಗಳನ್ನ ನೀವು ಎಕನಾಮಿಕ್ ಈವೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿಬೋದು. ಆದರೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ಅಂದರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಯಾವಾಗ ನೀವು ದುಡ್ಡು ಕಾಸಿಂದ ಅಳಿಬೋದೋ ಅದನ್ನು ನೀವು ಎಕನಾಮಿಕ್ ಈವೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿಬೋದು. ಐ ರಿಪೀಟ್, ಎನಿ ಈವೆಂಟ್ that can be measurable in monetary terms or in terms of money is called as an economic event. Okay, for example, suppose you buy a computer. Okay, so to buy a computer you need to spend some money, right? Yes, that's an economic event. For example, next example, you buy a laptop, you're spending some money, it is an economic event. You're buying a mobile phone, economic event. You're recharging your mobile phone with some using some app, or you're paying some money, that itself is an economic event. You're buying some books, you're buying a pen, you're buying a table, you're buying anything with the help of money, it is called as an economic event. So what is not an economic event? Okay, so all those events that cannot be measured in monetary terms. ಯಾವ ವಿಷಯ ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವ ಆಗು ಹೋಗುಗಳನ್ನ ನೀವು ದುಡ್ಡಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಳೆಯಕ್ಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, that is a non-economic event. For example, feeling happy about something. Okay, telling your parents that you like the college, telling to your parents that you like the teacher, telling to your friends that you like the college. All these are events, but these events cannot be measured monetarily. Okay, showing off your happiness, telling that I'm so happy, ನಾನು ತುಂಬ ಖುಷಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ, can you measure it in terms of money? No. So these are non-economic events. Get the point? Okay. So the next important word in our definition is identification. Yes. Okay. So now let's see what identification means. Okay. Identification is nothing but what is to be recorded in the books of accounts and what is not to be recorded in the books of accounts. I repeat, what is to be recorded in books of accounts, what is not to be recorded in the books of accounts. So identification says you need to select each and every transaction that relates to a business, and it has to be measurable in terms of money or in monetary terms. Get the point? That means to say, ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಿರುವಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲ ವ್ಯವಹಾರಗಳನ್ನು ನೀವು ಬುಕ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಯಾವಾಗ ಅದನ್ನು ನೀವು ಹಣಕಾಸು ಲೆಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆಷರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅನ್ನೋದಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನು ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ you should not record it in the books of accounts. I repeat, if the transactions are not financial in character or it cannot be measured in terms of money, then those transactions should not be recorded in the books of accounts of an organization. See, if you remember and go back to the example that I gave you in the previous class about a menu card ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟೆ. So there you are identifying what you want to eat. You did not order everything. You just identified what you wanted to eat. Similarly, here also you are identifying what you are supposed to buy. What you are supposed to record and what you are not supposed to record. Okay, so all those transactions that are financial in character or those transactions which can be measurable in terms of money only should be recorded in the books of accounts of a business. Okay, so for example, you are paying salary to somebody, you should record it in the books of accounts. And suppose you are paying electricity bill, can you measure it in terms of money? Yes, so it has to be recorded in the books of accounts. Good. Suppose you have gone to a hotel ಮತ್ತೆ ರೆಸ್ಟೋರೆಂಟ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ. Okay, there the bill is around 3000, and with that 3000 you are paying 100 rupees extra like tips, as tips to the server. Tips ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ. So though there is monetary, though it is measurable in monetary terms, but it does not belong to our business. So even these kind of transactions should not be recorded in the books of accounts. Get the point? So let us go to the next important terminology in our definition. So the next important terminology in our definition is measurement. Okay, so let us see briefly what measurement means. Okay, measurement in simple means measuring the transactions in terms of rupees or in terms of dollars, in terms of euros, in terms of yen, etc. and etc. Okay, so measuring is very simple. It is nothing but measuring the transaction. ಎಷ್ಟು ಆಗಿದೆ, 100 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಆಗಿದೆ, 200 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಆಗಿದೆ, 500 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, that is called as measurement. And if you can remember the menu again, that example that I gave you in the previous session. Okay, in the menu first you identified. Okay, suppose, yes, I remember, I had told you about puri ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಇದ್ರಿ. ಪೂರಿ ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಅದ್ರ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, 25 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಒಂದು ಪ್ಲೇಟ್. Okay, so this 25 rupees per plate is called as measurement. That is, you are measuring the transaction. You are measuring the transaction. Okay, so measurement means quantification of a transaction in monetary units. Suppose ನೀವು ಐಫೋನ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ, suppose you want to buy an iPhone from Amazon. Okay, so when you ask someone how much is the iPhone, you will see the price, right? Okay, an iPhone will cost you 48,000, 58,000, 60,000, 70,000. So this 50,000, 60,000, 70,000 is nothing but measurement of the transaction. How much is the shirt? Shirt will cost you 500 rupees. This 500 rupees is measuring. Suppose you go to US tomorrow. Okay, so you are a well qualified chartered accountant and you have all the certificates, so you're going to US to work. Okay, so tomorrow you want to buy a Lamborghini there. Okay, so you go to the Lamborghini showroom and ask how much is a Lamborghini. So they'll tell Lamborghini will cost you $1 lakh. Okay, $100,000. So this $100,000 or $1 lakh or $1, $2, $5, $10 is nothing but measuring. Okay, how much is a burger? A burger will cost you $10. So this $10 is nothing but you're measuring. Okay, you're measuring the transaction. Okay, so now we are done with measurement. Now let us go to the next important terminology of our definition. Okay, so let us go to the next important terminology. So the next important terminology is recording, and let us see what recording means. Okay, so let us go to recording now. what happened in the example that I gave you in the previous session? First, you went to a restaurant, you identified to eat something. Next, you measured it. Then you went to showrooms, then you went to a cloth center, you went to each and every shop that was there, you purchased each and everything. Did you forget anything? No. You recorded each and everything that happened from the morning till the evening. Yes or no? So, recording is nothing but it is just recording all those transactions that happened from the morning till the evening on the day of your shopping. ಸೊ ನೀವು ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆಯಿಂದ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ ಸಾಯಂಕಾಲದ ತನಕ ಅದನ್ನು ನೀವು ಒಂದು ಬುಕ್ಕಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದನ್ನೇ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲದನ್ನೂ ನಾವು ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಲ್ಲ. ಆಲ್ ದೋಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ಆರ್ ಮೆಜರಬಲ್ ಇನ್ ಮಾನಿಟರಿ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ will only be recorded, not just recorded in monetary terms but also in a chronological order. What do you mean by chronological order? A chronological order means to say date wise or ಒನ್ ಬೈ ಒನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ಮನೇಲಿ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ತಿಂಡಿ ತಿಂದೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟು ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಅಂಗಡಿಗೆ ಹೋದೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಶೂಸ್ ಅಂಗಡಿಗೆ ಹೋದೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟು ಮೇಕಪ್ ಅಂಗಡಿಗೆ ಹೋದೆ, ಆಲ್ ದೋಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್. So when I say chronological order, it means to say date wise or the or just after the happening of an event. Okay, so first ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಏನಾಯಿತು ಅದನ್ನ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತೀರಾ, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಏನಾಯಿತು ಅದನ್ನ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತೀರಾ, ಥರ್ಡ್ ಏನಾಯಿತು ಅದನ್ನ ಥರ್ಡ್ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತೀರಾ, ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಏನಾಯಿತು ಅದನ್ನ ಫೋರ್ತ್ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತೀರಾ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಕ್ರೊನೊಲಾಜಿಕಲ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಯು ಮೈಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸೀನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ 10th ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಹಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿರ್ತೀರ 1947, 1948, 1949, 1950, 1951, 1950. ಸೊ ಅದೇ ಥರ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್, ಥರ್ಡ್ ಯಾವಾಗೋ ಆಗಿದ್ನ ಇನ್ಯಾವಾಗೋ ಬರೆಯಲ್ಲ. ಇವತ್ತಾಗಿದ್ನ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಏನು ಅದನ್ನ ಮಾತ್ರ ಬರಿತೀವಿ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಆ ಥರ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್? First you will identify the transaction, that is which transaction to be recorded, which not to be recorded, and those which will be recorded will next be measured. Once it is measured in monetary terms or in monetary units, that will be recorded where? That will be recorded in the books of accounts of the business. Okay, business na book nalli barkontira, not in your rough notebook, not in your accounts book. In the business book, in the accounts book of the business, you will write all these transactions. Okay, so now let us go to the next important terminology of our definition, that is communication. So let us see what communication means. Okay, so communication means what? Communication is nothing but telling something to somebody. Okay, in our general English, you are telling something to somebody. Okay, in our previous example, once you finished all your ಶಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್, ಯು ವೆಂಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಹೋಮ್. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಶಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋದ್ರಿ. ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋದಾಗ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು ಏನೇನು ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆಯಿಂದ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ಯು ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್? ಯು ಆರ್ ಟೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಯುವರ್ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬಸ್ ಹತ್ತದೆ, ಅದಾದಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಟೆಲ್ಗೆ ಹೋದೆ, ಇದು ತಿಂದೆ, ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಯಿತು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಶಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಹೋದೆ, ಇದು ತೊಗೊಂಡೆ, ಅದು ತೊಗೊಂಡೆ, ಶೂಸ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡೆ, ನೈಲ್ ಪಾಲಿಶ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡೆ, ವಾಟ್ಸ್ ಎವರ್. Okay, so you are telling to your parents what happened from morning to evening. So similarly, even in accounts, okay, you are telling something to somebody. That is, you are telling everything that is related to a business to the people who are ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೋ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಯು ಆರ್ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಟಿಂಗ್ ದ ಈವೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, if somebody is asking you how much is how much is the profit of your business, you are telling them 1 lakh rupees. This is also communication. You are telling something to somebody. Okay, and how are you telling it? You are telling it in a prescribed form. ಅಂದರೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಹಾಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಿರ್ತೀರ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಂತು ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟು, ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಬಂತು ಬಿಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಯು ಆರ್ ಟೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ I earned a profit of 1 lakh rupees. Okay, so the economic events are first identified, measured, recorded in order that information is generated and communicated in a certain form to the management and to other users of information. Suppose, for example, there is a parents teachers meeting in your school or college next month. So what would you do? ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಬಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಏನು ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ? ಯುವರ್ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್ ಟು ದ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮೀಟ್ ಯುವರ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಟೀಚರ್ ಇನ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಹೌ ಮಚ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಮೈ ಸನ್ ಆರ್ ಡಾಟರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಸ್ಕೋರ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದಾಗ ಡಸ್ ದ ಟೀಚರ್ ಸೇ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಹಿಸ್ಟರಿ ಕನ್ನಡ ಹಿಸ್ಟರಿ ಆ ಥರ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಾ, ಆರ್ ಡೂ ದೇ ಗಿವ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕಾರ್ಡ್? Yes, usually a good school will provide marks card and they will write everything legibly and in a form that your parents can understand. Yes or no? Yes. So in communication, even in accounting also, you are giving all the information relating to a business to all those people who are interested about your business. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಯಾರ್ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ದ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ in a prescribed form, in a form that is understandable by others. Okay, so that is called as communication. Okay, usually the information is regularly communicated through the accounting reports. Okay, so you'll get to know what accounting reports are in further classes. Okay, so now let us go to the next important terminology. So the next important terminology in our definition is organization. Now let us see what organization means. Okay, organization. An organization very simply means a business, just a business. For example, any factory or Sahyadri College itself is an organization. Okay, so any other college itself is an organization. Okay, any previous school, the previous school that you studied is also an organization. Okay, or Pratap Drone Factory, that is also an organization. Okay, so Lenovo Factory, Lenovo Company, Lenovo Shop, Nandini Shop, all these are the organizations. Big Bazaar, and Forum Mall, uh, Garuda Mall, all these are organizations. Okay, so this is all is the meaning of organization. Organization ಅಂದ್ರೆ just one business. Okay, so ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಎಸ್ ಎಲ್ ವಿ ಹೋಟೆಲ್, ಎಸ್ ಎಲ್ ವಿ ಟ್ರೇಡರ್ಸ್, ಎಸ್ ಎಲ್ ವಿ ಆಗ್ರೋ ಟೆಕ್, ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್. So all these are nothing but the organizations. Okay, so now let us go to the next important terminologies, the interested users of information. So before going to the interested users of information of accounting, I would ask you something. ನಿಮ್ಮ 10th ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಮ 10th ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಯಾರ್ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇತ್ತು? ಬೇಸಿಕಲಿ ನಿಮಗಿತ್ತು, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗಿತ್ತು, ಯುವರ್ ಗ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ವರ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ಸ್, ಯುವರ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್, ಯುವರ್ ಬ್ರದರ್ಸ್, ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ ವರ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ಸ್. ಅಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಟ್ ಯುವರ್ ಕಸಿನ್ಸ್, ಯುವರ್ ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ಸ್, ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಬೇಕೋ ಬೇಡವೋ, relatives want to know about your results, yes or no? Yes. Then your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your friends, your school, your teachers, everybody. Okay, so all these are the interested parties of your class 10 results. So similarly, there will be interested users of information or users of information even for an organization. Okay, so let us see who are the interested parties or who are the interested users of information of accounting of an organization. So the users of information are basically divided into two types. One is the external users, other one is the internal users. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ 10th ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ ಯೂಸರ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಇದ್ರು, ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಯೂಸರ್ಸ್. ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ ಯೂಸರ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾರು? ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಯವರನ್ನು ಹೊರತುಪಡಿಸಿದವರು. ಅಂದರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಯವರು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬೇರೆ ಯಾರೇ ಇದ್ರು ಅವ್ರು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರೋರು ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನೀವು, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸು, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಗ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸು, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಿಸ್ಟರು, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬ್ರದರು, ಅವರೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಯೂಸರ್ಸ್. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಮನೆಯವರು. ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ ಯೂಸರ್ಸ್ ಯಾರು? ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸು, ಗರ್ಲ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸು, ಬಾಯ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸು, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಕೂಲು, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಟೀಚರ್ಸು, ಅವರು ಇವರು ಎಲ್ಲ ಈಚೆ ಕಡೆ ಇರೋರೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ ಯೂಸರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್. ಸೊ ಇವನ್ for a business there will be these two users of information. So in the internal users of information, you can see the first one is the employee. ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯಿ ಯಾಕೆ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾನೆ ಕಂಪ್ನಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಕಂಪನಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ನಡೀತಿದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ನನಗೆ ಸಂಬಳ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಗುಡ್, ನನಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋ ಸಂಬಳ ಕೂಡ ಕೊಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? ಎಸ್. ಸೇಮ್ ವೇ even the external users and many other internal users will be explained to you in the college. Okay, it will be explained to you in the college because this explanation needs, I mean, to explain this concept I at least need 1 hour. Okay, so which cannot be done in this video, but just keep this as your reference. Okay, so don't worry about the ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಯೂಸರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ಸ್ನ ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಯಾತಕ್ಕೆ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅಥವಾ ಯಾರು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅವರೇ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಯೂಸರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್. ಸೊ ಆಲ್ ದೋಸ್ ಪಾರ್ಟೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ದೋಸ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಹೂ ವರ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ಯೋರ್ 10th standard results are the interested users of information. So similarly, even for a business there will be interested users of accounting information. Okay, so they are interested for various purpose. Okay, so let me not go deeply or briefly today in this video, but definitely I will be doing this concept in the class because this is a much lengthy process or much lengthy concept to explain it to you in the video. So let me restrict the video here, or let me stop the video here. Okay, so just keep this. So ಒಂದು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಒಂದು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬ ಜನ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾತಕ್ಕೆ? That I'll be explaining to you in the class. Okay, so that is all for today. Okay, so let me catch you in the next video next week. Okay, so thank you so much. Stay safe, stay calm. Before ending this session, I would want to give you one question. Define accounting and explain the important uh, aspects of the definition of accounting. ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ನ ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, explain it and write the same in your notebook. Thank you so much. Stay safe, stay calm, and please be free to ask any doubt. ಏನೇ ಡೌಟ್ ಇದ್ರೂ ನನ್ನ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಕೇಳಿ. Okay, so thank you so much. Good day.